Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Music Color, the place where we are helping you to boost your producing skills while watching, learning, winning. On this channel we are sharing with you our producing experience, also showing you cool tips and tricks, business and marketing strategies, free courses, and many more. So if you are new here, consider subscribing, because we have new video every week and new giveaway every 2 weeks. That's right, every 2 weeks you have great chance to win one of your favorite VST plugin or studio equipment. So in today's episode we are looking at keys and scales. So we have here an open MIDI clip and we see the piano roll. Okay, so here is our standard MIDI clip. So I'm just gonna zoom in to be able to see number of different notes. Okay, so right in the middle we have a C note. This is the basic C note, or known as well as middle C. So we have number of different notes, then they go up to the piano roll until we get to the C4, which is an octave above. So we have C sharp, we've got D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and then up to the C, which is, as we said, is an octave above that. So what is octave? Octave is the same note but whole scale above that. So this will be a C, this will be a C. So any key that you have section of 7 notes that are available within that traditional key, so those 7 notes will be 7 of the notes between this octave and octave above. Okay, so let's move on and build few basic major and minor scales. Okay, so here we are ready to start building a C major scale. Those notes are available in C major scale. After that we will take a look at formula that allows you to create a major scale. It's super simple formula, and if you learn it you can build any major scale fast and easy. Okay, so let's zoom in that octave between C3 and C4. So I'm gonna change the grid size as well. Okay, so let's start with C. Next one is D, up to E, up to F, up to G, up to A, up to B, and at the end we have again C, but an octave above. Okay, so let's play this one to hear how it sounds like. Okay, so let me take you through the formula that you can use to work out the notes that are available in any major scale. This one is C major scale. The C major scale is the easiest key to work with because it's all the white notes, the same as A minor scale, which is relative key to C major. So as you can see, there are no black notes here, only white ones. So whatever note you start, no matter if it's C or B or F or wherever note you start with, is the key of your particular song. So let's see the formula here. I'm gonna type in here in the name of the clip here just to reference back to that. Okay, so 2 different pieces of terminology you need to be aware. First one is tones and second one is semitones. Or the American way is tones and half tones. So what is semitones? It's any of those steps, each one of those are semitones. So the move between C and C sharp is semitone. C sharp to D is a semitone. D to D sharp is a semitone, and so on. But the step between C and D is full tone. The same step from D to E, and so on. So the formula here is, from the first step you move in from C to D, which is tone. The second step you move in from D to E, which is again tone. Third step, then you have a semitone from E to F. The first step is tone again from F to G. The fifth step is tone. The sixth step is another tone, and at the end we have semitone at the octave above. So we've got tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. This formula allows you to work with any major key. This formula is relevant to any key, not just to C major. So I'm gonna type this formula here in the name of the clip and refer back to it a bit later. So this is the formula which you can follow to create any major scale, as we mentioned it already. So I'm gonna demonstrate that again, and we will create another scale using formula we've just made. So let's create new MIDI clip. This time let's start in let's say G. Let's create G major scale. So our first note is G, obviously, and if you follow the same formula of tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, we will have G major scale. Let's play that back to hear what that sounds like. Okay, so let me copy this name and put it here. So this is our G major scale. You can take the same formula here and apply that to any major scale. So that's how to work in notes in major scale. Let's move on and see how to create notes within a minor scale. Okay, so here we are again in this section. In this section we are gonna look at minor scales. So minor scales are probably be used in dance music and electronic music a little bit more than major scales. because major scales tend to sound quite more happy, and minor scales tend to sound a bit darker and sad, which fits to those genres like techno, house, tech house, dubstep, trap, drum and bass, and etc. Where the major scales you do find in genres like, for example, in funky house, maybe in some happy hardcore or something like that, which tend to sound a little bit more happier. But most of us like electronic music a bit darker. So we're gonna show you how to create minor scale, and I'm gonna change the grid. And we are starting the same note again, which is C3. So we're gonna show you step by step how to create minor scale, and then we will play the two back and you can compare between major and minor scales. Okay, so let's start with C. Our next step is exactly as it was in major scale, in C major, which means full tone. So tone up to D. This is the point where things change a bit. So here we move in a semitone instead of full tone. So here we are moving up to D sharp. Our next step is a full tone, which is 2 steps up to F. Next step is another full tone, which takes us up to G. Next step we have semitone again up to G sharp. Then we are moving full tone up to A sharp, and at the end full tone up to C4, which is an octave above. So let's go through that step sequencer. So our first step is a tone, then a semitone, tone, tone, semitone, a tone, and at the end again a tone, and that's create a minor scale. Let's take a listen. Okay, let's type that in. In our first step, as we said, a tone. Our second step is semitone. Third step is a tone. Fourth one is a tone. Fifth one is a semitone. Sixth one is a tone, and finally another tone. Okay, so let's create another MIDI clip and do the same as we did before. This time we will create G minor scale, so let's start with G. So we have a full tone up to A, semitone up to A sharp, another full tone up to C, tone up to D, then semitone up to D sharp, tone up to F, another tone up to G, which is already G4. So let's rename the mini clip. It's exactly the same with C minor, but this time we have G minor. let's play both minor scales. Now let's play both major scales and then back to minor, and hopefully you will build a difference between them. So don't worry if you didn't hear slight difference. The difference will become more apparent when we actually put this in a real track. At next couple of videos we're gonna show you how to use the scales within an actual creating bass line, melody and things like that. Okay, so that's how to create a major and minor scales using this simple formula. So if you like this video and wanna see more videos alike, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching guys and see you next time. Bye for now.